Over the weekend, President Trump threatened major strikes before backing off. He says new talks with Iran start today, but Iran says that's not true. It's all creating a lot of confusion. Imtiaz Tyab is in Jordan with the very latest for us. Imtiaz, good morning.
Vlad, good morning to you. Well, President Trump says appeals from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and even Iran persuaded him to give diplomacy another chance after warning of those major strikes on Iranian infrastructure. Now, the president says talks are expected to begin today and will focus on reopening the Strait of Hormuz. But Tehran is already challenging that, saying there are no planned discussions with the White House, only talks with Oman, adding the strait cannot be fully reopened while what it calls, quote, U.S. aggression continues. Whatever the case, there's so much at stake here. 50,000 U.S. troops are still deployed in the Middle East for a war that was expected to last no more than 6 weeks and is now in its 6th month. 18 American service members have been killed, hundreds more wounded, global energy markets remain on edge, and Iran's leadership is firmly in power, even as Iranian civilian and military casualties surge past 3,500. And that is why some Gulf leaders are pushing so hard for diplomacy. They want an end to the war and an end to the instability, fearing another massive U.S. military strike could trigger yet another major escalation across the region. Vlad.
So, Imtiaz, as you know, we've heard these kinds of threats of massive strikes on Iran from the president before. In a Truth Social post, he says that they have perimeters of a deal that have been agreed to. But is this becoming a negotiating tactic? And how is Iran responding to this style of negotiating?
Yeah, it very well may be. But, Vlad, you may remember back in April, the president warned Tehran to agree to a ceasefire, or as he put it, quote, a whole civilization will die, only then to extend the deadline, something we also saw back in May and also in June. Now, I've been speaking to a number of sources inside Iran who tell me that all of this has only reinforced the belief inside the Iranian leadership that President Trump isn't looking for a wider war, but is looking for leverage in negotiations. And so in their calculation, they can continue to absorb the pressure while raising the costs through their proxies and by threats to global shipping until Washington concludes there's just no military way out of this conflict. And so for now, the view from Tehran is that time is on their side. Vlad.
All right, the whiplash continues. Imtiaz, thank you very much. Appreciate it.